What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Choked Out, where I'm your host, Choke Fellow, your number one source for gaming, movies, tech, and lifestyle. Let's jump right in. All right, guys, without any hesitation, we're going right into gaming. Now, there's a couple of things I have questions about. And now we have Xbox being some type of luxurious, new-end, high-end type of hybrid thing. I don't know. I mean, at this point, they're going to make it into a computer and call it a console and give some like exclusive stuff on it. That's realistically what it is. And what now Steam is coming out with its own whole thing. Not only is it coming out with a VR set and a little mini kind of refrigerator box thing. I don't know. Now, the problem is there's a lot of hearsay. There's a lot of this, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of talking about what's going on, but nothing is being said. Sometimes when you think about something and you start to process the thoughts that are in your head and you're calculating and dividing the thoughts that you think might have happened if you would have said what you could have said, but you should have and didn't try to. And that's what I feel like is going on right now. But you know what I think would be a really good transition? Let's just go ahead and talk about Gears of War E-Day. Look, man, I am so excited, all right? Not only did we get a remake of a remaster recently, but now we're getting a whole new storyline before everything. But with that being said, I am very excited to see the bond being created between Marcus and Dom and just showing the kind of like the start of their adventure. I mean, I'm a huge Gears of War fan. I don't know about you guys out there, but to know that we're gonna get a nice, perfect blend of old school Gears with like new gen movement and graphics, I mean, I'm very, very excited. Please, please do not give me Gears of War 4 or 5 multiplayer movement. That is all I ask for. Do not give me Gears of War 4 or 5 movement. Please, just give me Gears. Give me Gears, please. Also, Metroid Beyond. Guys, Metroid is just a great game in general, right across the board. And you know, it wasn't until I was in like middle school that I found out that Metroid was a female named Samus. Who would have known? Just like a lot of us in elementary school learned that Link was not Zelda. Who would have known? Now, Invincible versus. It's about time we get a nice, fun, refreshing fighter type of game. Now, if you haven't seen the show Invincible yet, I highly suggest it. It is insane. Now, just giving you a heads up, do not watch it with your kids around. That's all I'm saying. Gory at that. Gory. How cool would it be to have like a Gears of War? Are we ever gonna get a Gears of War movie? That, on the other hand, that would be something. Now, in other news, movies and shows. Look, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out recently, when they're like teenagers and like literal teenagers, not adults. Isn't it funny they're called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but yet the older movies, are they still teenagers when they're older? I don't get it. That like Spider-Verse type of animation, bro, that hands down was the best TMNT ever released. And I am comparing that with the VHSs. I'm just saying it was just such a great, I think I watched it like 5 times already. So they're coming out with a part 2, which is good because in part 1, they were learning how to be like the ninjas and like the defenders of New York City, blah, 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 blah. But now in part 2, I'm sure that they're going to already be kind of, you know, already well-dressed and seasoned in the sense of their martial arts and their activities in New York. Toy Story 5. Come on, guys. Toy Story. Let's be honest. We grew up with that. We can't forget, guys, that Toy Story 5 is not for us anymore. Granted, Pixar knows what they're doing with us and the little ones as well. They're doing a really good job blending and keeping just a perfect balance of keeping us entertained and them entertained. And if you haven't noticed, Toy Story 5 is no longer toys fighting against toys. It's going to be the toys versus tech. I think it was like they introduced a package from Amazon. It was like an iPad or something. So now the toys are fighting against an iPad to receive Bonnie's attention. Let's see how that goes. In other news, Sonic 4. Now, I'm going to be honest. Sonic live action was cringy. It was slightly cringy. It was out there. It was okay. But now Sonic 4 apparently is going to be taking a slightly darker approach. And to be honest, I already called it. In the end of Sonic 3, I'm like, bro, they're going to introduce Amy. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And it's only a matter of time before they show Team Chaotix. That's all I'm saying. I'm telling you right now, they're going to bring everybody in. everybody. Sonic really has so much leeway to just go full blast with it. I won't be surprised if they come out with like a Sonic 6 and then kind of slowly trickle off from there. But nonetheless, I'm pretty excited to see where subtitles go. No, that was not English. Now it says here, The Mandalorian Season 4 is not happening. Its story is being developed into a feature film. The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is scheduled for release in 2026, Lucasfilms decided to pivot to a movie during the Hollywood writers' strike, believing the story would be better suited for a cinematic release. Now let's be honest, guys. A lot of people watch Boba Fett just for those couple episodes of Mando being in it. Now, Boba Fett was actually a really good show, but Mandalorian was just better. One Piece Season 2, let's be honest. Who's not excited for that? 2026, I believe March it's coming out. And I'm sure a lot of people actually got turned on to the anime because of the live action. And if it wasn't, I'm saying. That is the main reason what kind of like turned me into watching the anime. I was too stuck on watching other stuff, like Naruto.
You better believe it!
That's about it. I wasn't really into anime. One Piece was kind of like the gateway for me. But yeah, the live action was great. But as you started watching the actual anime, you saw how vast the show was and how awesome it is. Now, I quickly want to talk about VR, just VR in general. I was always infatuated with the futuristic lifestyle of just like the VR. Like, if you've ever watched the movie Ready Player One, you get what I'm talking about. Look, just the whole mindset of VR is insane. Like, the capabilities of what you can do in VR is just insane. We're already doing school from home. Like, everything is remote nowadays. So now to think that you can take that aspect of work or school and take it to the VR is insane. Like, even the aspect of investments, wanting to invest in a whole different state, jump in the VR, put in the grid coordinates, and being able to see live the property you want to invest in. Yes, we have FaceTime and all this and that, but being able to feel like you're in front of them through VR, that's crazy. The games are getting crazier and crazier. The quality and the graphics of these games are becoming more realistic. There's a good and bad to this. Already people live in a fantasy life in the real world. Now imagine thinking that your real world is the VR and your fantasy life is the real world. That you're gonna get lost.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you're not rooted and grounded on like life for what it's supposed to be, you are going to get sucked into that life and you are going to be delusionalized. Delusionalized. You're going to be delusional. Delusionalized. Delusionalized. I made a word up. Is that a real word? Let's check that up. Definition of delusion. There is no word ever called delusionalized. So I'm making it up. Delusionalized. You have been forced to think that something is real when it's not because you put yourself in that situation. Delusionalized. Give me a dictionary right now. Anyways, with that being said, look, VR is awesome. I'm thinking about investing in a MetaQuest 3 and starting that to be implemented in my gaming and the quality of content that I'm posting. All I'm saying, guys, if you guys are going to jump into the world of VR, be careful, okay? Take a fresh breath of air, go outside. And I'm not saying go outside and play VR. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is take the goggles off, take a breath of fresh air, go hang out outside, work out, do something real. And then when it's time to get back on the VR, then get you know what I'm saying? It's a good and bad. You need to find a good balance. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, can we talk about Amazon's robotics? I gotta find let me find the what do you call the things that? Yes, Amazon plans to significantly increase automation, which internal documents suggest that the company could avoid hiring over 600,000 US workers by 2033 through robots and aiming to automate 75% of its operators. This is part of a strategy to improve efficiency and reduce costs through the company has faced blah, 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 blah. 600,000 humans will not have a job by apparently 2033. I'll tell you what, man, when them robots start having feelings and emotions and they want to have their own rights, Amazon's going to have a problem. That is a code that you won't be able to unwrite. That is just insane. The fact that we are willing to dehumanize the opportunities and the willingness of people wanting to work, but then pushing us. You guys rather spend billions and billions of dollars to fund the creation of these machines and then maintenance of these machines and then the powering of this machine rather than just give humans the opportunity to make money for their family and do what they have to do. Doesn't make any sense to me. Look, we're going to have iRobot on our hands, and Will Smith was right. We better lock in, okay? We better lock in. And stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. And stay tuned, guys. And don't forget, guys, we are dropping a new episode every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and comment below, or follow whichever platform you're on. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, appreciate you guys. Until next time. Yo, dab me up, homie. Welcome to another episode of Choked Out, where I'm your. Wow, really? Jeez. That would have been a first take, too. That would have been the first take right there. I would have been done. I would have been done with it.